And welcome back. Most of the time, you, our viewers, only get to see us reporters on TV. Behind every camera is a photographer working hand in hand with us. The day in and day out work shared between your partner creates a bond. Our Alette Garza takes a look at her experience with a Channel 5 alum.
Our station is very unique. We have an army of reporters and photographers. We're one of the few TV stations which still prides itself on having reporter and photographer teams. Other news stations have multimedia journalists. Before the pandemic, our teams normally rotated, except for the morning and night side teams. In March 2020, all of that ended, and we weren't sure how long this would last. I was assigned with Christian Colon. We had to quickly adapt, doing things differently, working out of the field every day, learning more about the virus as the days went on, and we covered all kinds of stories, like the 6 feet rule.
Day number 5.
Day number 5. We had a little obstacles that we had to jump over this week, but we good. We alive.
Yeah. Yo, 6 feet.
Why 6 feet? Why can't it be 5?
And learning why this was important. And like you, yes, we were scared. But we quickly realized we had to overcome that because there was a job to do.
Businesses like this one are now closed because of coronavirus.
Inform our viewers about the news of the virus and news that is happening across the valley.
Hey Kinder kids, let's go ahead and make some music.
We covered online schooling, home improvements, funeral precautions at the beginning of the pandemic, mosquito spraying, valley flooding.
The lights are starting to go on. The gates are opening. Some businesses are no longer forced to stay closed.
A lockdown and a reopening. A drug to help patients fight the coronavirus.
Golf carts are ready, and so is law enforcement. But there's
South Padre Island getting ready for Memorial Day weekend. The Boys and Girls Club reopening.
More than 100 people noted. 3 full pages of people who are gone.
A COVID and funeral spike. Senator John Cornyn visiting the RGV. Private schools reopening. A Mission police officer's death. A hurricane hitting Port Lavaca. A historical election, the first person in the valley to receive the first COVID vaccine, and President Trump visiting the RGV, and many other stories in between. As the year went on, Colon and I would work together, and we were faced with challenges as well as challenging each other. But challenging each other would only make us better as a team, and we would eventually call ourselves the Dream Team, working drama-free and pushing each other to be better journalists. Buying new toys to make our shots look better and look different. For me, my proudest creative story was working on the Congressional District 15 candidates. I wanted something a little simple, but Colon had something much bigger in mind, such as a green screen. Luckily for him, I knew how to set one up as well as edit with one. The challenges never stopped. They kept going. We kept trying to be the best at what we did, and I like to think we accomplished it, even if we didn't receive an Emmy for it. There were so many COVID stories which would take a toll on us, but we talked about every single one of those stories, off camera and when the mics were turned off. Being scared was not an option for either one of us. Working closely with one another, trusting, communicating, challenging, and laughing is what I think made us compatible. But like all good things which come to an end, the Dream Team's chapter closed on the 14th. This was a day we never talked about, both knowing it would be hard for us. We worked on a last story at our main station, socially distant from everyone, walking the halls, taking our last picture together. And I'm not sure how a 5'2" photojournalist and a 6'2" reporter were able to take this picture, but we had to capture it. Still not sure how I was able to capture all those live shots with such a tall giant, but it was worth it. For a photographer's perspective, I'm Alette Garza for Channel 5 News, Sunday, 10:30.